my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys and showing you guys how I created this look and the products that I used. If you guys are interested in seeing how I did that, stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm just going to start off by using some tape, and I just use regular tape. It's nothing special. And I'm just going to apply these from the outer corner of my eye and align it to the end of my brow. Perfect. So the following step I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to be using my Urban Decay original eyeshadow primer, and I'm just going to be applying that all over my lid. Now for today's eye look, I am going to be using my Jacklyn palette from Morphe. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Morphe R40 brush, and I am just going to go ahead and apply a transition color. Now using this palette, the transition color I want to go ahead and use, it's going to be this one right here. And that one is called MFEO. So I'm just going to grab that color and I'm going to apply it all over my lid. Now using my Morphe E28 brush, I'm going to go ahead and use this shade right here. Now on this shade, I'm just going to go ahead and apply it all over my crease, which is this area right here. Now one thing that I do like to do is, just to get the intensity of the color, is when I'm applying it, just do dabbing motions like this. So just dab the color in there, just like that, so you get an even intensity all around. And then once you apply the color, then you just want to buffer it out. Now I do want to make it a little bit darker, but I really want it to look like a really bright eye instead of like a smoky eye with the color. So I'm just going to use a very small amount of this shade right here. I'm going to be using my Morphe E17 brush, and I'm just going to grab a small amount. A very, very, very teensy small amount, and start from the outer corner of my eye and work myself towards the middle. When applying this color, I am using circular motions. So dabbing, just so I could get the color in there, and then circular motions to blend the color in. Just like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do it to the inner part of the eye as well. And I'm just gonna do the other eye. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with my Morphe E28 brush, and without adding any more product, I'm just gonna do wiping motions back and forth on the crease. So then now I am going to be creating a cut crease on my eyelid. My favorite concealer to create a cut crease is from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and this one is in the shade Light. So I'm going to be using this and a small angled brush, that looks something like this. Now this is going to be a full crease from beginning all the way to the end out here. So for the sakes of the look, I'm going to keep the tape on. So I'm just going to drench it just like that and start creating. Perfect. Now the colors that I'm going to be using are going to be from a different palette. In that palette, it's going to be this Urban Decay Electric palette, and it just has very neon colors that are really cute for the sake of this look. So I'm going to be using these two shades down here, and I'm going to start off with using the yellow. I'm just going to be grabbing that color and pressing it in. So I'm just going to leave it just right about there. Then I'm going to go in with the other color, which is the green one right here. And I'm going to be filling in the rest of it. Where the two colors meet, I'm gonna try to just blend back and forth to try to get them colors to just blend. Now, as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna go back in with my Jacklyn palette. I'm gonna dip my brush, which is an angled brush, something that looks like this. And I'm just gonna dip into these two colors, which is this one right here and this one right here, which is the green that we were using. So I'm gonna dip on them together at the same time. So right where they meet, I'm gonna just create this white line. I recommend that when you're gonna use it, dip it in and then clean out the excess, so that way it's a lot easier for you to manage. Now this is the part that is gonna take a little more time. Don't worry about it. Take your time, don't rush it, use little by little. So now that we went ahead and finished, I am just gonna be combining it with some white eyeliner. I'm gonna go back in with this white eyeliner and apply eyeliner like I regularly would. Perfect. So now that I went ahead and did this, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my face. To start, I am gonna be using my Hangover primer. Now I really like this one. It's because it does keep your skin very moist and hydrated, and it's primer, so it'll make sure that your makeup really stays on. My following step is this Illuminator. Now the Illuminator is from Ulta Beauty, and it's just supposed to give this really nice glow. Now after that, I'm just gonna spray my face. Now I'm just gonna be applying my foundation, which I'm going to be using Born This Way from Too Faced. This is by far one of my absolute favorite foundations. I just feel like it's very light, and I can definitely build it up to what I feel I want my face to be that day. And again, as a beauty blender, I do not use a beauty blender. I use my Morphe M444 brush. This is my go-to to buffer in any foundation, concealer, or anything like that. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and contour and highlight. And to contour today, I am going to be using my Milani Cosmetics Contour Stick. Perfect. So now that we have applied the contour, I'm just gonna be going in with my Morphe M436 brush, and I'm just gonna buffer in that contour. Now I'm gonna be using my Pro Conceal from LA Girl to highlight, and I'm gonna be applying that all in this area right here, my forehead, my chin, and this part of my face right here. I'm also gonna be applying it down my nose bridge and apply some on the tip of my nose. I'm gonna be going back in with my Morphe M444 brush, and I'm gonna buffer that concealer in. Once I have went ahead and buffered in my concealer, I'm gonna be setting my face with some banana powder. And I'm gonna be moving on to my brows. After doing my brows, then I will set my forehead. For doing my brows, I always brush them, so just make sure that you brush them with a brow brush. And again, I'm gonna be using my brow combo, which is my Anastasia Dipbrow and my IT Cosmetics brow powder pen. So I went ahead and I finished my eyebrows. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my forehead. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go in with my MAC highlighter, and this one is in the shade Soft and Gentle. I am gonna be going in also with my MAC 239 brush, and I'm gonna be applying some highlighter under my brow. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Milani highlighter, and this one is in the shade Strobe Light, and apply some in the inner corner of my eye. I'm also gonna be bringing in the highlight right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and go back in with that dark shade I used to outline the eye. And I'm going to apply it right under. Then I'm going to go ahead and just dust off all the setting powder. And what I like to do when I dust off the setting powder is kind of just spread it all over the face. Then I'm going to go ahead and just bronze. And I'm going to be using my Kat Von D palette. And I'm going to go in with the darkest shade that is on here. And then just define my contour. After doing this step, I like to just go ahead and spray my face. Now the spray I am using is from Smashbox. Now to highlight, I am going to be using a combination of the new Bretman Rock Babe in Paradise highlight palette. And I'm also going to be using my MAC highlighter, and this one is in the shade Show Gold. And I went in and I used the shade Vacation right here. I applied it on my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, nose bridge, forehead, chin, and I also did this section right here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the shade Shady Bitch, which is this one right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply some right in this area. Perfect. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face one more time. Then I'm going to be going in with my MAC highlighter. So I'm going to grab just a teensy bit of this and I'm going to apply it right here. Now to complete this look, I am going to be using my Tarte lip paint. And this one is in the shade Obsessed. And just like any other look, a look is not complete until you put some eyelashes on. And the eyelashes we're going to be using are these right here. Alright guys, so that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Just like that.